Hey there! Welcome back to Frostpunk, the last autumn. Last episode, we got our settlement off to a good start regarding resources and research. This time, I think it's time we start looking at building what we'll need for the generator. Alright, we got some more wood now, so let's draw this. There we go. And laws. Amazing. Great. Okay, so, they were just talking about smelling, so why don't we go ahead and design the bathhouse? So this is going to make people less likely to fall ill. Motivation is going to rise. I will have to build it. And I also know that this is going to require coal, which is why that second dock was collecting coal for me. There are a lot of dumb ways to die. Now, I like to put the bathhouse right here next to the chapel. However, the sawmills haven't finished clearing out those trees, so I'm not building it. It's gonna have to wait. Too bad. The foragers have reached the hunting ground. So it says numerous animal tracks cover the banks of a stream. We're gonna explore it. And it says this forms a convenient watering place where we could set up a camp to hunt the animals coming in for water. We can set up camp here. And I'm gonna say, set up camp. So now periodically we're going to get a caravan coming back from here that's going to bring me food. Don't apologize, Spartan. Keep playing with the sounds. I like it. Ugh. Okay. Reloading station. Good deal. So, next thing. This is where you have a lot of choices. I am going to go with... Okay, so here's the thing, right? You can do a sawmill upgrade. It's going to make the sawmills more efficient. All sawmills are going to be 25% more efficient. That's huge. We can say docks can be more efficient. That's pretty good. Medical posts more efficient. We're not really dealing with a whole lot of sick yet, but that could become an issue. We can get the fishing harbor, so we can get our own raw food. We don't have to wait for the scouts to do it. Potential. Make the forager carts faster, so not only do we get the food faster, but when we send them to additional points of interest, they also move faster. That's a good one. Or do we start working more on the pieces that we need for the generator? Tough choice. Any of them would be good to start with. I am going to go with... Let's go with the sawmill upgrade to start. Let's make sure we have a decent supply of that coming in.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this too, Spartan. I just saw some trees disappear over here. I think we can build the bathhouse now without destroying anything. Yep, there we go. Amazing. What else did we get? Ah, yes, the reloading station. So you can see it just snaps right on top of those little points. Go ahead and stick those on there. It also means that instead of having to use 15 people to collect those resources, the maximum is going to be 10 at 100% efficiency. So now I have extra people, which is amazing. Telegraph station is open. So they'll provide what they can, but be aware that my camp is not the only project that they're supplying. There are 2 other construction sites in my area. Okay. We'll succeed. Alright, so now we can order things. My strategy for ordering things is I always order 1 steam core, and then I max out the workers. Alright, so now I have the basic infrastructure I need to build the profiles manufacturer, and then produce it and start building the generator. Yeah, alright. Alright, I'm working on it. I'm going. So we're going to stick one of these. They only go right around the generator. And stick one of those there. I have a bunch of people coming in, so I need to make sure I have housing. So let's put a couple of extra tents here. I'm going to need some coal to run the bathhouse, so let's put some people over here. Bathhouse has been established, yay! I can't turn it on though because I have no coal. So this facility is closed for now. Requires coal. It's alright, we'll get there. We have some extra food now, so I'm going to run the evening service. It's going to cost me 20 food rations, but motivation's going to rise. I'm going to try and push that motivation up.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
New law. Alright, so now that we have the bathhouse, we opened up some things down here. We can either say crowded quarters. We're going to shove more people into the tents, and people are going to be quite unhappy about it. Or we can say comfortable quarters, and people can spread out and be more happy. More happier? Much happies. Yeah, that. We're going to go with comfortable quarters because I think we can handle building some more housing.
New rules are in place. Come on, get moving. Time to work.
So we still have some time before those workers get in. I'm going to go for the next level. And the reason is, let me pull that back up and I will show you. Under the generator constructor, there's this optimized materials here. I'm rushing for that because now that I have to start building those, this reduces the amount of wood that it's going to take to build those, and I want to get that ASAP. So that's what we're going to do. The other thing we're going to do, I want to start moving my sawmills because I want to build more housing here. So I'm going to start moving these guys over a bit. Well, at least the one. Get that one out of the way so I can build more housing there. Mine, 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 mine. And then there is, this gathering post will gather, there's 2 piles of coal back here that we're going to use later. It's not going to come in handy just yet, but I want to go ahead and get some buildings set up and ready. Because I'm going to use this road to also put a sawmill. There we go. Alright. So we've future-proofed a little bit there. And just in time, look at that. No more trees in range for that one. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to rush for this optimized materials.
Shift's over.
Put those people back there. I need you guys to dismantle this now, please. Thank you. And let's go ahead and turn the bathhouse on. Now that we have some coal stockpiled. And our transport is here. And I was really hoping we'd have this dismantled already so we could build some tents so that we don't have people getting sick because they're not in a tent. But I don't think it's going to happen. 3. And that needs to move. Okay. Wait a minute. No, that's in the way, isn't it? Yep. I need this to be flush up against there, otherwise it doesn't fit properly. Yeah. But I can put one there. That works. Book of Laws. Okay. The next thing we're going to sign, we have some help things here, or we can make it so that people get treated in the medical post for things they really shouldn't be treated for in the medical posts. It ups the chance of getting amputees, or we can say those people are just going to stay sick and potentially die until we get something better than medical posts. So we're not going to go with any of those. And then there's the burials, so either on-site burials or we can repatriate and send them back in boxes. We're not even going to look at that. We're going to go with the public house. So we're going to basically set up a little bar for people and they'll be happy. And I have a space picked out for it and everything right there. Except that's in the way. Dun dun dun. That's right. Okay. Optimized material is not done yet, so I don't want to start that, but we'll go ahead and throw some people over here. Get me some more wood, because I'm going to need lots of it. And I need to move this sawmill over. So we'll do that at the end of the next working day. Oh hey, we actually had enough housing. Look at that. Perfect. Alright, so again, 1 steam core, maximum amount of workers. Let's go. Okay, so storage is at the limit, right? So the stockpiles can only hold so much. So here's a trick that you can use in this scenario. I can queue these things up, and it's going to take the materials, but since nobody's working here, it's not going to get built. So basically, I'm just using this as a storage facility for the moment. Now, what's going to happen when my research finishes is going to be fun. Oh, of course. So, the bathhouse is being used for something other than baths. Imagine that. So now we have to decide, what are we going to do? Are we going to say we're going to open a brothel, which is we need a place for this. I have to sign a law for that. Or are we going to say, it's none of my business, I'm going to turn a blind eye, you all deal with it. Or I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to stop it and not actually do anything about it, so people are going to be unhappy. I'm going to say none of my business. I'm going to turn a blind eye because I don't want to sign the other law. If you sign this in early, the people that end up working there end up getting sick and you have to deal with gravely ill people, and we are not equipped to do that yet, so we're going to ignore it. They're going to be a little unhappy about it, but you know what? They can deal with it, okay? Alright, so as soon as my research finished, it kicked all of my materials out of here because now we have the optimized recipe that uses less wood. But that's the one we want anyways, so we're just going to queue a whole bunch of these up and put some people to work. We need to go for the next thing now, so let's increase the forager cart speed because we are kind of running low on food, and after that I think we're going to go for the fishing harbors so that we can get our own raw food. Alright, so the next law. We're going to go for bare-knuckled bouts. This is going to allow them to reduce their discontent. Each evening, if there's enough discontent, they'll have a fighting match, and it'll reduce it on their own, but it also increases the chances that sometimes they're going to get hurt because they're punching each other, you know? It happens. Okay, we need to move the sawmill over, which there's just enough room to do that. So I'm just going to build it right next door, then dismantle that one, because I want the public house to fit here the way it's meant to and not get stretched out to fit next to the sawmill. There. Perfect. So put everybody back to work there. I'm going to pull 2 people off of here, and as soon as this is done, I'm going to put those 2 people to work here. And people are happy. Look at that. Let's go ahead and run the evening service again. We are almost up to the second line, at which point we get a boost to our efficiency. We need to keep an eye on our coal though. This is where the economy tab can come in handy. You can see we are getting 66 coal per day. However, we are consuming from the bathhouse 72 coal per day, so we are running a deficit. Typical, right? Alright, we just got some more people in, and oh, people are concerned about safety. Okay. I will improve safety. So I have a new tab here in the law book, but I have to wait for the cooldown before I can sign a new law. And we are starting to run into additional sick people because the medical post can only handle 5. Okay. What did I say I was going to do? Fishing harbor? Alright, fishing harbor and then the medical post upgrade. Also, need to put some of that in there. This ran out. We have 3 sawmills going. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and throw a couple extra people over here. And then the rest of you are going to go over here. What? What now? Oh no. Oh dear photography. Oh boy. Let's just take that, because if I don't, they're going to fight over it, and it's going to cause a problem. So we'll take a little discontent now to avoid that later. Let's move the sawmill along. Pull this up. And that gives me room to go ahead and build some more tents so that when I get more people in, I don't have to worry about it. And I am trying to keep it in range of at least one of these, either the chapel or the bathhouse. Doesn't matter to me as long as it's in range of one of them. Pull the street there, pull the street back there. Cool. Now I don't have to worry about housing for a bit. Let's go ahead and order our next round. Let's actually wait a little bit. I want to get at least 5 people. Okay. I now have 9 structural profiles, so I have 1 extra. So we can build the shaft structure. I'm going to leave 2 people there, but the rest of you all go there. We're going to get started on this. Alright. So let's build 2 fishing harbors. We're going to need a lot more workers. A lot more. How long do we have? 13 hours before I can sign a law. Okay. Now that we put more people on the coal, we are now running with extra. What's the opposite of deficit? Surplus. There we go. That's what I was looking for. We're running at a surplus. I'm gonna pull 5 people off of here because I'm concerned about food. So, go get some fishies. We all like some fishies. Something new that started when I started building the generator, I don't know if you noticed this little button over here. It's very nice for planning ahead. So for each of the phases of building the generator, it tells you exactly what you need so that you can plan ahead to build as much as you need and not overbuild or whatever. It comes in handy in the later stages. Oh, time to sign a law. So instead of being under administration, which is where we've been, we now have the labor laws. So this is the safety. So first thing we're going to sign is safety procedures. So it's going to make the buildings safer by 1. The motivation is going to rise slightly, but it's going to lower efficiency by 25%. So there's that trade-off, right? You make it safer, then people work slower. But people are happy that I did that. And here is the safety level. So we're going to flip that on here. And now it's only harmful instead of dangerous. What happened? What do you want? Oh, high motivation. Look! Nice. So because we passed this line here, we now have a 30% bonus to our efficiency because our motivation is so high. People are happy. Look at that. This sawmill is done. Just swap them on over. Okay, 2 things happened. So we got our research done. So let's look at this. We're going to go for the next things that we're going to start needing. So we're going to need 2 more buildings to create 2 more resources. We're going to need the machine shop and we're going to need the foundry. However, ventilation plants are going to provide a bonus to safety. It improves safety by providing fresh air. So I'm going to start working on that because I know safety is going to be an issue the entire time. The other thing that happened is our hunting grounds were depleted. So our scouts, foragers are done here. There's nothing left. So we're going to move on. Let's go see a small waterfall and see what we can find. Uh-oh. Out of storage. Just queue a bunch of those up. And how are we looking here? Oh yeah, 15 people? Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I got a bunch of tents ready for you and everything. Let's go. Alright, we've reached a small waterfall. There are fish jumping, but not enough for a meal. Perhaps you'll find more upstream. Alright, so we have 2 options here. We have a rock arch, or we continue following the water. So let's continue following the water. I think we need more fish. More fishes. So we do have a deadline for building the generator. And you can see our status right now is about 3 days ahead of schedule. That is going to change. Things are going to happen. Alright, laws. We're gonna go back to labor. Because I signed this, it opened up this. We can tell people, now you gotta take care of your stuff after hours, and accident risk is gonna be reduced at all workplaces. So it's gonna make things slightly more efficient, so that hit that we took from turning on the safety procedures isn't gonna be quite as bad. But people aren't exactly happy about it. Too bad. I'm in charge. Alright, rapids. Nothing to do here. I'm gonna move right along. Go to the lake. That sounds like fun. We're gonna go for the next level. And the reason being, once I do, there's this efficient fans here. It's gonna mean the ventilation plant is gonna use less coal and be more efficient. And I want to get that before I start having the ventilation plant in service. Oops. So there's the ventilation plant. I'm not going to build it just yet because I want to wait for that technology. But I do need another sawmill, and we're going to stick it right there. We don't actually need them working it right now, though, so let's go ahead and throw them on food. Because we're just barely keeping up here. So I don't want that to become a problem. Alright, yet again, two things happening at once. This is why I need my pause button. Alright, so we're now at the mountain lake. And oh look, it's a good fishing spot. Told you, we need more fishies. So we're going to get some more food from that. And then research. Let's go for the efficient fans so that they use less coal. And I see our wood is starting to get high again. I need to throw some there. Alright, we got some more people. Let's complete this, and then I have 10 more, and I'm going to put them all onto the generator. And now you can see we're only 2 days ahead of schedule because the safety procedures make them less efficient. I'm going to get the extended shift. People aren't going to be happy about it, but I'm going to use this specifically for food. So I'm just going to change this toggle from 8 to 1800 instead. We're going to go from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 2000. What else am I low on? You are getting maxed out, so let's make the reloading station work more. And the same thing with the coal. We're also going to pull 2 people off of here, and let's throw them here. Let's try and make up a little bit of time. We'll go ahead and use the evening services, bump that motivation up. I want to make sure we keep a nice buffer between us and that line so we keep that 30% efficiency. Let's go ahead and build another sawmill as well. Let's go this way. Just continue around the circle, because this one's going to get finished pretty soon. What? What? There's an owl! So what? Who cares about the owl? But people are superstitious. We can either wait, and I know that it's not going to make much of a difference, or we shoo it away now and keep our 4 hours worth of work. So we're just going to shoo it away. We had no discontent. We'll take a little bit of a hit. People can have a little fist fight later tonight. They'll be fine. Alright, so we got that. So, let's see. What else? I'd really like to work more on some docks. So, let's do that. Let's get the upgraded docks, and then we'll come back and get the machine shop and the foundry. The upgraded docks is going to give us another slot to get more resources. Someone sent an engineer some food. Should we hold on to it or let it go? We're gonna let it go. I mean, the 50 food rations would be nice, but we'll let him have it. What will be nice? He can have his treats. Maybe they're cupcakes. Cupcakes. I could use a cupcake. Book of laws, right. We're gonna make people less unhappy with the extended shift. Because they are getting us the food with the extended shift, we're gonna give them more food. See how that works?
New company rules are in place.
Let's get that storage handled. Alright. Oh, I didn't even notice. Look at that. That one's done. So we're just going to move them over. Alright, I need to build a few more sawmills so that I have options. So that's going to destroy. That's fine. Okay. That one doesn't destroy resources. Okay, we need to push this one back when it's done. I'm just going to build that there. And then what about over here? There we go. Trying to make sure we keep the sawmill wood economy going. As few interruptions as possible. How are we doing here? Ooh, good. More people. Alright, how are we doing? We are only about a day ahead of schedule. That is a little bit concerning. So each day we're losing about a day. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, we got our upgraded docks. Let's go for this. We're going to wait until the evening to build those because I don't want to interrupt what they're doing now. If I start building it now, that means we get no resources during the day. We're going to do one more safety thing, and that's the short shift. It'll reduce the workday and motivation will rise, blah blah blah. We want to keep an eye on this because it's only going to get worse, so we need more options to make it safer so that people don't die. That's the idea anyways. Alright, got the machine shop, let's get the foundry. Guess what? Oh, see, here we go. This is why we need the ventilation plants. Now we have toxic gases. And it's going to be constant, and it's going to change, and ugh. What a pain. So, oop, not that. We want to build the ventilation plant. You can see it all around. Yeek. And now we are back to dangerous. So, we need to put this on the short shift. There we go. We're also going to put this on the short shift. And once this comes into play, it's going to raise all the safety levels by 1. But we can change the hours on this and make it short as well. Good deal. Hey, thanks for watching. I stream over on Twitch weekly and would love to have you drop in and say hello. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing. I look forward to seeing you next time.